Well, we're live. We're stuck. We are stuck in a rut. I don't know. I really don't know what the game plan is here anymore. It's Wednesday. No. What day is it today? I think it's Tuesday. And we essentially have been waiting. We've been here since the 25th of November in the boatyard. Granted, a good deal of that was just waiting, or not waiting, but getting the boat set up. And we're here now, some 22 days later, still sitting in this boatyard because the water levels are too low for Sparrow to launch. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It was pleasantly warm today. Cheers, by the way. That's a lukewarm Busch Light, FYI. So, because I can't use the fridge. Oh my God, I don't even know. I've been sitting on this boat on the hard now for close to a month, and it doesn't seem like I'm going in. I don't know. This is brutal. This is the land version of the doldrums. I'm even growing my beard because I was like, dude, I'm going out on the Atlantic. This is going to be great. I'll grow my beard. When I get back in March, I'll be able to go and, have my presentations with an actual beard so people aren't like, oh, you look different than your picture. Well, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to end up getting on out of here or not. I'm not too sure. Beer of Champions. That's right. You'll get there. I hope so, Troy, because right now it ain't looking good. Today the water level was super low. I wouldn't even be able, they couldn't drop me in the launch, and actually I wouldn't be able to get out of the slings. So I don't know. Time to grab a shovel. Yeah, Brian. Easy for you to say. Should have hauled out up there. I really, props to this boatyard. TJ's is great. But this is an unforeseen issue that I did not count on this. Holy smokes. So I don't know. I'm at an impasse. I don't really know. I'm open to suggestion. Caveat there, I'm almost out of money as far as, being able to, somebody throughout they were like, dude, why don't you hire a truck to come down and move you to a boatyard that you can launch from? Well, unfortunately, that's multi-thousands of dollars to get that action going. So that's definitely not happening. I honestly don't even know. It would take me at least 1, maybe 2 days to pack everything up, winterize the boat, and leave, and then just, call it for, I don't know, the rest of the next couple of months. But I don't even know where I'd go at this point. I'm literally stuck. I'm stuck here. Oh, jeez. Can it be dredged? No, it cannot be dredged, unfortunately, from what I understand. There's a bit of a dispute with the neighbors. I don't really know. It's definitely not going to get dredged in the next couple of days. That's for sure. We were so close. That's the worst part. Is last weekend there was plenty of water, plenty. Like I don't even think I would have had to push through any mud to get out. But unfortunately, the boatyard is not operational during the weekend, and the powers that be did not. Nobody. It's not like up in Maine where I'm living at the yard or Murph's there and all that sort of stuff, which is understandable. Those are extenuating circumstances that things like that could happen. But yeah, and I'm not blaming the yard by any means. It's just the situation that we find ourselves in. The question is, what the fuck do I do moving forward here? Because I can't sit on this boat. I've done I don't know how many podcasts, and I tried to do another one today, but I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, what the heck am I gonna say? And I'm just like, I had a Mountain House beef stroganoff tonight with noodles. So that was delicious, and got about 12 more of these sweet babies. Again, lukewarm at this point because I can't use my fridge. That little sweet fridge right over there. I'm gonna have to probably go back and reclaim the little mini fridge so that at least I can go and get some eggs and things like that for some decent sustenance. Because I broke open one of my buckets of food, doomsday prepper sort of stuff, and so gross. There's like cinnamon flavored cereal bags. Those don't sound very healthy or appetizing. I was hoping for just maybe some oatmeal or something like that, but nah, I'm a bacon and eggs guy, or at least just eggs. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Does anybody have any there's nothing. I don't even know why I went live on this. Like, I honestly, I know I'm in a pickle. Bloat meal. You mean bloat meal. Boat meal. What's in that? Well, all I know is that we used to eat a lot of oatmeal on this vessel because it's super cheap and it's somewhat delicious. I would usually just get the Quaker oats, very basic, and if you just eat that and you're very hungry, it actually tastes pretty darn good. But yeah, no, I've been looking at different options. It can made great. Okay. Gotcha. How many bush lights have you had there, pal? Rando Man Chan. I looked at possibility of can be made. Whoops. I looked at the possibility of renting a vehicle to get up to Michigan. Spend the holidays with the family, which wouldn't be a bad idea by any means, but and that might be the way to go. That might be it. If I don't go in tomorrow, which is Wednesday, which looks to be almost assuredly the last day that we'll have any water in this place, Jeromestown. Phone call from the yard, maybe next full moon or some point. Let's push some water in there. Yeah, I'll just go sit in Jeromestown and wait. No, dude, I need to be productive. That's the problem, is that there isn't much else to do on this boat that doesn't involve me painting it down below in areas where I then won't be able to sleep aboard this boat safely. Joseph, yes, my man. Joseph has been not only a savior as far as some of the libations, but he's also been a huge supporter and a positive force to be reckoned with. We were actually texting not too long ago. I got some of the greatest supporters out there. I will tell you all that. There's no questions No questions at all. But yeah, I'm going freaking crazy. Thomas, greetings from Lithuania, fellow West Sail 32 owner in Sardinia. Ooh, Sardinia. Very nice, dude. Sardinia is gorgeous. We pulled into Port of Shervo one time on a trip from Antigua to Turkey, and holy cow, some of those houses up in the rocks, unbelievably beautiful. We were there in the off season. We did a February crossing of the North Atlantic Ocean. That was a lot of fun. And Sardinia is a really, really pretty place. I wonder what it's like in the summertime. Anyway, well, greetings, Tomas. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like if I was out on the ocean, you know, I keep comparing my situation to being out in the doldrums where you're sort of stuck for a little while. But at least there, I mean, you're in it. I'm not in it. I'm on it. I'm on the hard, but I'm not in it as far as the ocean. And I don't know. It's just right out there. I watched a boat push through, I guess it was yesterday, modern style boat that drew about a foot less than Sparrow. And they got stuck and stuck and stuck and stuck. And then finally we were able to push through because they had a regular fin keel. Can you jump on another boat for a bit? Yeah, we were actually, I've been in cahoots with Brett and Marissa aboard the Valiant 32 Shelley, and they have very graciously offered to have me come with them. And yeah, just to get them down the coast, because right now they're going through the ICW, but they would much rather, as inexperienced sailors, sail their way down to St. Augustine, and we were chatting about that. So that might be an option. I might be hitting them up. I mean, 3 people on a 32-foot boat would be a little tight for sure, but it's not really about that at this point. It's about just getting out and going sailing. So that is quite possibly a possibility. And that'd be pretty fun because they're going to, you know, obviously they have a YouTube channel that's pretty interesting and fun to watch and stuff. So it'd be worth going on there. Not only just because they're also freaking cool people, to hang out with them and you know, impart some sailory wisdom. But yeah, we'll see. I'll give them a shout tomorrow. I'm uninformed. Why are you not sailing? From departure scheduled and no, unfortunately right now we're stuck on the hard. The water levels up here in Belhaven, North Carolina are absolutely atrocious. We're about a foot or 18 inches lower than normal, and I couldn't even, if we were to launch the boat, I would have a very, very tough time just getting out of the launch slip. I did Burlington, Vermont to New York to Key West and to Cal 27 with 4 adults packed in my 20s. You can do it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've done that. I've done some pretty small boat sailing with multiple people. Yeah, I have. It's and it is fun. It's an experience and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, we'll have to sort of see. You know, part of the issue is the minute I leave this boat, that means that I need to winterize, which is not a big deal. You know, you throw a little antifreeze in the raw water intake, empty out the fuel or the water tanks, and then throw some in the old toilet, and you're pretty much good to go. That's all it takes aboard Sparrow. So that's not a huge issue. What is an issue is bringing the sails in, taking down the Dodger. I basically have to prep the boat for, you know, some gnarly freaking storm that comes down and rips through here with like 60, 70 knot gusts, because we definitely get that here, this close to Hatteras and everything. So, I don't know, maybe part of me is just like, I just don't want to do that because that emits defeat And now, you know, the moment I winterize this boat, that means I'm not going sailing. I'm not going sailing. Sparrow's not going in the water until probably the summertime, if that. And if that is the case, you know, it is what it is. There's worse things going on in the world for sure. I don't want to sound like some whiny little snotty sailor for sure. And I've got work and all that sort of stuff coming up in March and April and May. But yeah, I don't know. The game plan at this point is that come this summer, we're going back up to Maine, baby. We're going up to the Penobscot Bay. We're going to go back to Night Marine, whether to work or at least work on the boat. We might be trying to get ready for the next big trip. You know, financially, we got to see if that'll actually work out. But I've got new sails. That's all it really takes. It's not a huge expense once you get past the sails. Sails were the biggest thing. So I don't know. That'll be fun. That'll be a nice trip. I was hoping to do that in like June, July. Rip up the coast. If we can put together this speaking tour in on Cape Cod for the summer, that'd be pretty sweet. Do that along the way and then get up there. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of interesting. But that's all in the future. And what we need to talk about now is right now. Which is, what the hell do we do? What do you do when you're stranded on land as a sailor and you can't seemingly get out? Well, that's one thing. Toss back a tall boy, a bush light. Feel the flavor of a 57-degree beer that's designed to be had when it's ice cold. That's always how many beers are left. That's something to do. Well, easy. Let's just have a look-see. I don't know if you've seen this handy dandy line. 7. Let's just grab one more out of there. God, I love that fridge. I mean, spirits look good. Look at that. We even have the bunk made up. And everything's clean up behind there. Cleaned all that up today. Go skiing on the West Coast. Yeah, I would love to go skiing on the West Coast. Joseph, you live a different lifestyle than me, my friend. I hate to tell you. It's exciting and it's fun to live vicariously through you. And I know that people live vicariously through me when I go out sailing. But yeah, unfortunately, I gotta, that's a whole lot more speaking engagements that I gotta do before I can get to that level. Oh, you got new sails. Would you consider coming up to Burlington, Vermont this summer as part of your speaking tour? I can network with our boat club or the lake. Yeah, I've always wanted. I actually thought about migrating to Burlington, Vermont quite not too long ago. Well, actually, no, it would have been years ago now. Because it seemed like there was some sort of job I was trying to apply for, some sort of sailing club or yacht club that's like right downtown, and I was thinking, man, it'd be really cool to hook into that as a job for the summers, and then, you know, I don't know, do something else. But that was before I bought Sparrow. I became a liveaboard, hiked the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I know. Well, Trout wants to get back out there. He wants to do some hiking. That wouldn't be a bad idea. The only issue is can't do that one. Essentially, if you want to hike the PCT, you got to be prepped, ready to go by about April, May at the latest. And I have commitments at that point. So at least for this upcoming summer, we're sort of set in stone, which again brings me to why I'm sort of stuck in this weird position, because if I didn't have some of these other things going on, I'd probably just pack the boat up and go off and do something else. But the problem is, it's like, I can't, I don't know. I don't feel like I can go up to Michigan and sit there for the next 2.5 months. And I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. That's the community sailing center. Yeah, it's badass. Love it up here. Hit me up when you email. Be stoked to make that happen. Yeah, no, hey Brian, appreciate it, man. I definitely would. I'll be up in that neck of the woods for a little bit, I'm sure, come this summer. And pretty sure you can get boats like this. I spoke at some yacht club. Gosh, I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was in Vermont many, many years ago, back in like 2018. I don't know. There's so many possibilities out there for sure. And there's lots of stuff that can happen and that I could do and all that sort of stuff. But again, I have to like sort of shrink my focus down, because when I start trying to consider all these other things, because I live in a world of dominoes, tipping, I really have to think about those first couple before I get into everything else. Oh man, I didn't expect this at all. Like I came back here about 3-4 days before Thanksgiving, just stoked and like fire under my ass, ready to just go. And it was just projects and get this and get that done and try out the new sails. I was working into the night and just pushing. And then the goal, I think, was to be ready on December 1st, something like that. And then ended up, oh man, December 1st came and they were like, yeah, dude, there's not enough water nowhere. And I was like, that's all right, so it's totally cool. I can wait for a couple of days. And we actually, I was looking at the weather because James Hodge and I were supposed to go and sail directly out to Bermuda, and the weather forecast still looked amenable for all that sort of stuff. Yeah, like it just kept deteriorating over and over again, and every single opportunity that looked like it was going to be good, like right now, jetting out to Bermuda is not an issue at all. Like we could easily push out there. Like if I was able to go in tomorrow, it'd be a really crummy crossing of the Gulf Stream without question. But it wouldn't be like 2022 disaster sail or anything like that. It would just be lumpy and bumpy for 16 hours or something like that. But then after that, we're blasting. Like the forecast, it looks normal compared to last year's winter forecast of all the garbage that we put up with, from Hatteras all the way down to Florida and even into the BVI. I was in the BVI and we had westerlies, I don't know how many days. It was insane. This looks like the normal Atlantic. You do a trip to Bermuda in the winter time, you're going to see 1-2 days of rougher weather, but you're going to rip out there. And it's impossible. It's impossible that we're stuck on the land. How is this happening? I don't know. Bushlight to the rescue. What's up, Drum? Oh, Jake. Hey, shout out, Jake. What's up, brother? Yeah, I hope to be up there, help set up the boats in May. That's the game plan as per usual. But we'll see, dude. Right now I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the muck. No, I'm not stuck in the muck. I wish I were stuck in the muck. I'm actually stuck on the land. But at least I do have bush lights. I will say that. Thomas Murphy, what up, dog? No, not seeing any wind changes until after the holidays. These wind-driven tides are different. Good luck, though. I'm stuck until March, April, so feeling your plight. Gotta roll. Hey, no worries, Bri. Yeah, I hear you, man. It is one of those things. Jake, 10th week. Oh, might be a different Jake. You missed our dock jump last summer. Oh, man. Well, hey, you know what happens. Maybe this year. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? The world is a surprising place. Just the minute you think you got it like set in stone and you're good to go and you've got your path, There we go. World just throws you a whole different curveball. But I guess that's part of the fun. Although it's not been fun these last couple of weeks sitting here, like hoping, like every day. I went to make a video for YouTube, and I punched in all the latest ones, and then you look at the whole thing. You're gonna edit it out. I don't know how many clips there are of me wandering down to the slip and looking at, because they showed me exactly where the water levels line up, and what sort of height I would need to be able to push through, what sort of height I would need to not hit anything. Sparrow's still got a virgin bottom. She's never hit anything, and kind of hoping to keep that record. The idea of like pushing through this muck doesn't sound very fun, plus the keel on the bottom of this boat is about this wide. It's not some skinny little fin keel, coastal cruiser or whatnot. But like 2/3 of the videos were me walking under these beautiful morning sort of clouds, and that red sky in the morning sort of setting, wandering down the old boatyard, taking a look, and you just see it in my face, just the well, maybe it'll come up, because I'm trying to somehow keep a positive sort of vibe going. I think more than anything for the podcast, because I've always tried to project a very positive attitude on that, because I talk about sort of adversity and I talk about challenges quite often, and even with my guests and everything, and I like to ply people for what sort of keeps them going in times of strife. And it's very interesting to hear what people, maybe boat work to polish every screw and bolt. Yeah, I've been trying that. That's been a trick of the trade, is shrink that focus down. Don't worry about the big picture. When the things aren't going well, we're gonna shrink it all down into a couple little projects here and there. I mean, I cleaned all this area up right there. I could eat off of that now. It was all gross and disgusting. And I even painted the bilges on this boat with Flex Seal, that rubber paint. And I've painted the decks, and I've tuned Mongo, and I've put the new sails on. I was thinking about waxing the hull, and I might do that tomorrow. I don't know. I got time. If we don't go in, that's kind of the interesting thing. It's a little bit of a catch-22, because there, and you haven't discovered it. Well, maybe there is. Yeah, maybe it's a test. I think part of the problem, though, that I've been having lately is that because I was doing so many podcasts, because I pre-uploaded like 3 other ones going all the way into January, because I assumed I would already be out there. Plus I was uploading a bunch of other podcasts. Like I feel like I can talk for a long time, even if it's just me. But at the same time, it's become such a Groundhog's Day sort of event. Every day you wake up, you go check the water. Water level's something. Okay, well, maybe. Boom, Rob comes in, check with Rob, see how things are going, what the schedule looks like. Maybe we'll go in, maybe we won't. Back to the boat, make more coffee, blah, blah, blah. But it's always the same. And I don't want to dive into too many big projects. Although waxing the hull, it really, even if I got halfway through it and they were like, dude, water came up, let's throw the boat in the water. Well, then I could just put the wax away and call that good. So appreciate that, morphing. I probably will start waxing the hull, bow to stern, tomorrow, because why the hell not? Murph, who's the best boat hauler in Rockland, Maine, USA? Oh, that'd be Chief and Dave Boone and the old J-Rome, that team from back in the day. Whoo, we could haul some boat, couldn't we? That was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll reenact some of that, minus the old David Boone, but we'll have to sort of see. I don't know. God, I just again, I keep coming back to that idea. Like, there's worse things in the world, man. I shouldn't even be complaining about this. I get to sit aboard this sweet vessel. The moon's been out the last couple of nights. Oh, my father's side night. Oh, hey, Murph, what are you doing, guy? Can't be drinking out here in the boatyard. For those who don't know, Murph is in the chat. And Murph is the oracle. You can ask him anything, and he shall answer in the most appropriate cadence and wisdom. I had to rebuild my my plug today for let's go green. No, let's go blue. Icy blue. Yeah, running all those heaters during the last cold snap, I quite literally burnt through the electrical cord. I had like a adapter to plug into the 30 amp thing, and that stopped working, so I pulled it out with quite a bit of force to find out that it was all burnt all up. So is it cost and time lapse for having to take down, pull boat on truck? Yeah, it's cost. Crowdfunding campaign. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're looking at multi-thousands of dollars to be able to move Mighty Sparrow to another spot. Unfortunately. And it's just not worth it. It would be way. I would much rather donate that money to like Oxfam or something like that. I don't even know. Maybe the Michael J. Fox Foundation, rather than just push old Sparrow to a different spot. I don't know. I'm just, I'm hopeful, Joseph, that that the next time I go check that water, that it's just going to be high enough. And I'm going to be like, and I'm going to be like, Rob, what do you think? And Rob's going to be like, I think you could probably get out. And we're just going to splash Sparrow, and boom, before anybody even knows, we're back on the water. And you're seeing a live feed from me chugging down Adams Creek Canal towards Beaufort to just spit out into a nasty, snarly Atlantic Ocean. To go get my butt kicked before I get becalmed and start enjoying some life out on the open ocean. Ocean Research Project. Yes, I love the Ocean Research Project. In Rutherford we trust. The old Skip, the old Cap, with his cowboy coffee and his pasty skin. Oh, man. You know when Rutherford's on deck, when everybody has to wear their sunglasses, even on a cloudy day. Oh, I got to check back in with that guy. He is something else. All right, this blue ice is kind of annoying. It always reminds me of being in these public bathrooms in big cities. I know I've seen that plenty of times. Jeff Gonzalez, a live Jerome show. What a treat. Dr. Gons. Dr. Gons, how you doing, sir? He's up there on the great piece of, I wonder, is Walloon Lake frozen already? I would assume maybe, but probably not quite yet. Who knows? Good to hear from you, Doc. I'm stuck, brother. I'm stuck. I wish you, Colin, and I could get together and just hoist old Sparrow up like the leaky bean, crossing some little portage up there in Sylvania Wilderness. Only way to get that water level up is to start waxing the hull or any other job below the water line. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I've been trying to invoke Murphy's Law many days. God, what did I do the other day? Oh, shit. What was it? I can't even remember what it was, but I was like, oh, Murphy's Law will kick in if I do that. I can't remember the specifics, but I will tell you, I was this close to going and provisioning because last weekend, Saturday, Sunday, perfect. Water came up. It was great. Monday, the forecast wasn't going to be that different. I was like, ooh. And Sunday afternoon came, and I was like, I got to go provision. Let's get ready. It's happening. And then I just thought, like, I was like, ooh, wait a minute. If I provision now, and we don't go in, then I'm stuck with all this food that I'm literally going to have to just go get bags and bags of ice every single day. And I definitely did not want to do that. Can't use the fridge because it's got a keel cooler. Can you do a boat tour? Let us help you inspect the hull. Well, it's dark out here, unfortunately. So there's not a whole lot you'd be able to see. The hull looks freaking awesome, though. The deck looks great. It's bright yellow, fresh coat of top. Oh, and I guess I could do a plug for Top Coat. I think that's what it's called. I used a new paint brand, and even though they're not sponsors by any means, not yet at least, the freaking paint is tough as nails. I've been dragging shit all over it, and it hasn't scratched up or anything like that. A lot of that old Epithats and Interlux and all that sort of stuff, man. I've been using that stuff for years, and I always had to like really baby it for the first bunch of weeks. This stuff's dope. Yeah, I'm using Top Coat all the time. We'll keep you busy. Inspect the hull. Yeah, you keep me busy. Yeah, I bet. Just found your channel. Great stuff. Keep up the good work. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. You know, I'm not huge on posting stuff on YouTube video wise. You know, the podcast goes out and all that sort of stuff, but you know, it's pretty difficult to want to keep posting views, or sorry, posting like just regularly on YouTube when you know people don't watch it at all. That's a bit disheartening, but so I've tried to sort of switch my mindset into more of a reference style informative channel, because there are some videos that I have that, you know, are 2-3 years old that all of a sudden people like take an interest in. So kind of thinking like, yeah, okay, well, that was part of the plan, is to go out there and make a bunch of content of like how to, and this is, you know, this is why I don't clip in. This is why this is why I climb the mast using just the stairs and not a halyard, you know, that sort of shit. Get the debate going, get a little drama in there. No, I've always tried to be the best example as possible, but also the most realistic for sure. R.I.P. Nip. The Dark Knight. R.I.P. Nip. I don't know what that means. I don't mean to scare you, but you could be there forever. Dude, don't say that. I mean, I won't be. There's gonna be a point where I have to leave, where I'm just like, no, I'm going to leave, and Sparrow's gonna stay here. I mean, there's another West Sail 32 here, just literally ready to die, and it's called Fiona. Right now, it's kind of interesting. Two of the most prolifically sailed West Sails, a West Sail 32, Mighty Sparrow, and a West Sail 42, Fiona, which has probably 400,000 miles under its keel, is about 300 feet over that way without its engine. Its engine's sitting on the ground. I think it's for sale for like $5,000 or something like that. It's about a $70,000 or $100,000 boat project to just get it back under in some semblance of like good seaworthy shape. But it's funny that these two West Sails have wound up right here at this little tiny marina. Although you buy that boat and I don't know when you're going to be able to get out. Cheers to Fiona, man. I don't know the full breadth of the story of that one, but I did see that video of like, it's got Fiona on the hard, and it says, you know, this boat broke me, I'm done, all that sort of stuff. What a terrible story. Always get a survey. If you're buying a boat, get a survey. If you're buying an old boat, absolutely freaking get a survey. Where are you? I am in Belhaven, North Carolina. Lovely little burg, the birthplace of the Intracoastal Waterway, believe it or not. And, you know, I sailed in here back in May 2023 thinking, you know, she'll be out of the water for the summer, but I'll come back down and pop her right back in and we'll be good to go. That was 18 months ago, maybe 19 at this point. So who knows? Who knows? You know, the world just throws, and it's not that by any means things have been bad. Things have been fantastic. I've met many awesome people. I have had really. I saw a video, it was sad, and the boat is there in the same yard. Yeah, it's right there. Right there. People keep sending me the freaking link to it. Like, I want to go and buy that boat too. I don't know. I will say, I toyed with the idea for about 30 minutes where I was like, ooh, that might be interesting. You know, live aboard Mighty Sparrow, buy Fiona, fix Fiona up, videotape all of it, throw all that up on YouTube, do it as a crowdfunding campaign to see if we can get that boat back in shape, and then sell it, I guess, or sell Sparrow and launch Fiona and then go sell Fiona. But then I was just like, dude, you know what one freaking mainsail and staysail and jib on Fiona would cost if Sparrow's main and staysail cost 10 grand? We're talking like probably 30 grand worth of just sails to get that boat. So about 10 days ago now, Carolina Beach with our son crossed 31. Almost sister boat of the West Sail 32. Nice. Enjoy. Oh man, South Carolina Beach. Sell it at a guaranteed loss. LOL. Yeah, I know. Well, anytime you buy a boat and utilize it, you're gonna sell it at a guaranteed loss. I've had people say, "Oh, dude, you should sell Sparrow. It went around the world, blah blah blah." I'm like, man, this would be an insane loss if I sold it right now, especially the boat market. Like, if you're looking to buy a boat, dude, this is the best time in the world to buy a boat. Boats are so cheap right now. Anybody that's putting out a boat that's like, "Oh, I want 30 grand for it," you tell them, "Oh, I'll give you 8." Undercut them because everybody and their sister is selling boats right now. All these people that bought them in 2020 because they were like, "Oh, the world's ending, we might as well buy our boat." Well, they're all trying to sell them too. Ah, God, what a pickle. I'm still trying to stay positive though. Positivity is the key. That's how we overcome the obstacles that are placed in front of us. So lest we forget that. I don't want to get too in the negative weeds, but yeah. I can't believe I'm stuck here in this yard. I can't believe it. They want what they paid and put into it, and sorry folks, boat depreciation, and you fix up depreciated even more. Yeah, no boats, it's kind of a losing game with boats. But that's the thing, is boats are labor of love. We don't buy them to make money off of them. I mean, some people do, but it's not. I mean, if there are 80 million better ways to make money in this world than to try and buy dilapidated boats, fix them up, and then flip them. I mean, geez, go do that with houses. You're gonna have 1,000 times more success for sure. No, we work on boats because we love doing it. It's fun. I mean, you know, even just cleaning up old Sparrow a little bit today. You know, the minute you wipe some little area down or something like that, it's just, I love it. I mean, half the time I've been sitting in that bunk just kind of looking out, and it's a scene that I've stared at 80 million times for I don't know how many hours. Normally the boat's moving, which adds a little extra element into it. But yeah, it's beautiful. I love being in this boat, but I don't like being stuck. And there's a big difference between being becalmed out on the ocean, out in the middle of nowhere, feeling like you can't get anywhere, and there's nothing you can do. They want what they paid for. Oh, sorry, I already read that one. So, I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I do know that I'm not going to push it. I've broken it down into steps in the idea of shrinking my focus down to try and alleviate anxiety and worry. Step one is going to be to launch Mighty Sparrow. There are a couple of slips right there on the bulkhead that I can tie off to that have enough water that I would at least be floating. And thus, if in the middle of the night the water decided to rise, I could jet out. I would also be able to utilize and tinker with the engine a bit, because then I could run it properly. I could also utilize and tinker with the refrigeration system, which would be great. And I'd get the answer to my query of, hey, I'm putting a boat in after 18 months sitting on the hard. Are there any leaks? That'd be a nice thing to have an answer for, that's for sure. So, I don't know. To wrap things up, tomorrow is another day. I'm going to get up right around sunrise. I'm going to go check the water. Hopefully, the water has come up. Just got off a brand new Genoa. Ooh, bareboat in the BVI. We came back home and went to check on our offshore and fell in love with her all over again. She had soul. Yeah, I know. Obviously, they have to use those nice, fancy new boats down there for chartering. And they're great, dude. They're like a hotel room. Sterile, clean, crisp. But yeah, they don't have any soul. They don't have all the stuff on the walls. They don't have the Dominican flag and the little reading light and the cool accoutrement and all the sort of stuff that you need to, need to have on your boat to make sure that it feels like home. Because that's what it's all about. I want to be able to just crank back. Turn my light on and read a book. It's the best. It is the best. A secret little red light under here for when it's nighttime. I'm out at sea. I don't have these lights on. That one keeps me company. It's great. I love it. I love it a lot. Thank you all for joining me for my little tirade tonight. And you know what? Maybe we'll do another one of these tomorrow, because if I still have bush light, there's no reason not to at least invoke the powers of YouTube and see who comes out of the woodwork. Thank you so much for your engagement, your comments, all that sort of stuff. I don't know. Really appreciate it. Joseph, shout out to you. Thomas Murphy, shout out Jake, shout out Dr. Gons, all the other people that I know. Really appreciate it. And all those who wrote in that I don't know personally, but thank you also very much. And until next time. Bing, bong.